What happens when you encounter a mix of true and false information? Most research looks only at what happens when people are exposed to misinformation, but in real life we encounter a mix of true and false information. Does this make misinformation more or less dangerous? In this preprint, the authors exposed about 2,000 US participants to 40 tweets about vaccines. Now, one group saw only tweets with false information. The next group saw a mix of 20 true and 20 false tweets, and the third group also saw a mix of 20 true and 20 false tweets, but the false information was self-contradictory, such as saying that the risks of vaccines are incalculable versus saying that they're exactly predictable and still accepted despite the severity of risks. The authors examined the effects of the different misinformation environments on two aspects of accuracy: truth discernment and response bias. Truth discernment means how well one can tell apart true and false information. Response bias captures the tendency to classify all information as either true or false, regardless of its veracity. Low response bias means saying a tweet is true even when it's false, indicating gullibility, whereas high response bias means saying a tweet is false even when it's true, indicating skepticism. Before the experiment, the participants took a knowledge test where they judged 12 vaccine-related statements as true or false and indicated how confident they are in their answers. The researchers also measured belief in the efficacy of vaccines, trust in vaccine scientists, perceptions of risk from vaccines, and feelings of being informed. Being exposed only to misinformation made people worse at spotting truth from lies. In the mixed environment group, the ability to tell apart true from false information also worsened, but not as much as in the misinformation-only group. In all three groups, exposure to misinformation made participants overconfident that false information was true. Exposure to misinformation made participants more gullible, and this was especially true for the group that saw contradictory false statements. All three groups reduced belief in the efficacy of vaccines. The group that saw misinformation only did not change how they perceived the risk of vaccines or their trust in scientists. In the mixed environment, people slightly lowered the perception of risk and increased trust in scientists. So, does mixing true and false news makes misinformation more or less dangerous compared to misinformation only? Well, the answer is a bit tricky. It may not reduce the ability to tell apart true from false information as much as being exposed to misinformation only, but it makes people more gullible and overconfident in their beliefs. How about you? Do you think you can easily spot false information? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Bye!